We are with Dr. Sumanjit Das, professor of Birla School of Management. Dr. Sumanjit Das is a professor of marketing who specializes in digital marketing and branding. He is an engineer in electronics, an MBA in marketing, and a PhD in management from ICFA University. He has a rich corporate experience in BFSI for over 12 years and close to 8 years of teaching experience in business schools. He has taught with the likes of IMT Ghaziabad, Nasim Monji, and our esteemed university, Birla Global University, the one and only university which was founded by late Dr. Srimati Sarla Birla and Shri B.K. Birla. Hello, sir. We welcome you. And how are you feeling today?
Being a weekend today, people say weekend vibes, Monday has Monday motivation. But with BGO, it's always positivity, motivation, and with students, I always feel great. So I'm feeling good today. Thank you.
Okay, sir. So, as you have held key positions at your educational institution throughout your professional, both in corporate and now in educational institutions, I would like to know what is the factor that keeps you connected in the education sector?
Well, I think after we have learned Ma and Pa, we have learned to say the word A or A. So we have been in education right from our childhood. Okay, our parents give us the first letter alphabet to learn. Our teachers teach us a lot of subjects. So education started with me right from school. I remember of leaving games and studying. So always education fascinated me. Right from class 6th, I've been helping my mother with her school tuitions. And then when I joined corporate evening sessions, I used to always, go to various business schools and teach. It was by 2014 I realized that I wanted my career into education, and I left corporate and joined the bandwagon of institution learning, and that's how it all started.
Okay, so that's really great. Sir, I would love to know about the philosophy of leadership and what is the main thing that keeps you going on and on.
Okay, so leadership as a whole, is a very big word. There are a lot of books which would suggest, various styles of leadership. There are books which will suggest how to become a leader. A few books would suggest you are a natural leader. But majorly, I feel leadership is more about a personality, that how you are as a person. Okay, and the leadership starts building up right from school, when you were a school captain, when you were a monitor. And of course, it is shaped very well with the business institution. Business institution like ours, just doesn't teach you on an IQ or a EQ level. They even teach you if you're an accidental leader, how are you supposed to behave? How you can be a good social leader, meeting people, talking to people, and making groups. There will be many a times that you will be leading a team which would have older people and people from different generation and races. Given that scenario, it becomes very, very important that you become a very, very strong social leader who can form bonds and get the work done together. So that's my philosophy of leadership, and it keeps on evolving over time.
And sir, how would you describe the leadership style and why?
My leadership style?
Yeah.
As I said, it's evolving. When I was in corporate, my leadership, I've never been a very autocratic or a super democratic leader as well. I made sure that whomever I recruited in corporate had general, passion and obsession towards the field that I was. Like I was always in BFSI, so I always took up people who were interested in commerce, was interested in economics, and know how things are working in the industry. When I'm into corporate, when I left corporate, and when now I'm into education industry and marketing, as you know, I always say marketing in blood. So I always see those type of students, MIB students, marketing in blood students, who are very much interested in marketing. So it becomes very easy for me to shape them, and my leadership style always have been a very friendly sort of a leader, who understand what the student needs and accordingly develop them.
That's it.
So do you have any insights into how our college could be more welcoming to the students of different races or backgrounds?
I would love to change this question. Could be, it's always been very welcoming to the students across, various economic backgrounds. Races doesn't stand out with our institution, and myself, from Birla's, because I did my schooling from Birla's, and I was born and brought up in a place in Darko where my father worked, and now I'm working for Birla. So essentially, I can tell you that Birla doesn't have. They didn't even welcome anyone actually. They have their own culture where if you come down and you get to feel and absorb the culture of Birla. So we have a very conducive work environment for teachers. We have a very conducive environment for students as well. You both are students and you yourself must have realized.
Yes.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. Like for 5 years I have been here, I have done my graduation, then post-graduation. The decision of taking up post-graduation in this university, it's a huge decision to continue again in the same university because as it reflects in your career throughout. But the love, the friction, the learning which I have taken from this university has a major impact in my life. Yeah. And I'll always be grateful to this university.
That's the basic reason why I'm even joining in. Like I went to Google reviews to find what students have to say about the institution. Very few institutions have 4.8 rating on 5. And Birla has done an incredible job in the last few years of its operation.
So, sir, my question to you will be, according to you, what are the roles and responsibility of you and the students towards the college?
Well, the roles and responsibilities with Birla, rest with all the stakeholders. Okay, right from a housekeeping guy to a gardener to the mess guy to the professors who are teaching to the dean, director, vice chancellor, we try to maintain an experience for the student which is like a family. We practice a Gurukul approach when it comes to classes, but the nightlife, the evenings, the playgrounds are abuzz with a lot of activities. So by the time you go back from the classes to your hostel, you get to feel that you have come back home. You have come back to a colony where you have a lot of friends and make a lot of fun. So, and everybody, like from the vice chancellor to somebody who's doing stockkeeping, all of us try to create such culture, including the students.
Sir, as we know, every institution has some challenges. I would request you to enlighten us on some of the biggest challenges you see, both for higher education in general and for BGU literature especially.
Okay. Most of the time that I hear people across various business schools, people across various universities, they discuss this topic, challenges in higher education. Okay. I'm not trying to debate and suggesting there are a lot of improvements that can be made. Of course, with technology coming in, it has to improve and it has to move on. But education system in our country has always been good. So from NASA to Google to Microsoft, you find a lot of Indians, who are born and brought up and got educated in the schools here, universities here. If there was a problem, they wouldn't have made their mark. Okay, India becomes a place where people are outsourced for great good work. So I don't see any huge challenges or network in the education system as such. But yes, as universities, we all need to go to the next level. Okay, and what is that very next level? The very next level includes incorporating technology while we teach. The very next level would be incorporating if industry is gearing for 4.0 or 5.0. How much is it a part of your syllabus? With Birla, we make sure that our curriculum, our activities are all fine-tuned towards creating such such an ecosystem for the students that they get industry ready in the process. So I don't see any challenges as such. We always need to just keep on evolving ourselves. And Birla is doing a super good job in that.
As you are a marketer and being a marketing student, I'm curious to know how do you strategize about the key programs and the plans for the marketing and administration of the school. What is the things you consider as a must be in your plans?
Okay, so as far as strategizing programs are concerned, so we have a committee to do it. It's just not a teacher's role to do that. It's a full committee discussing on programs. The best part about these committees are we have industry people who form a bigger part of the committee. So they will be suggesting us the type of programs that we need to do. They do a fine tuning. What's even beautiful is before we roll out our programs, we discuss it with the students as well to understand the nuances of each of this program and how well they will be absorbing the elements that we teach. So that's how we make our plans. Of course, like most other institutions, they follow Harvard, Oxford, Stanford. I feel with our institution that's just a building block, okay? But not the most important thing, because it's very, very important to realize that India as a place, as a context, keep changing every few months. And so is our products and marketing strategies. So we need to even fine-tune our course curriculum thinking of the Indian scenario. Most of the students are raising that. So that's how we strategize our program, and it's an ongoing process that keeps happening.
So I got a great insight about that. Thank you so much.
So can you please comment on the foreign education system and what can an inbound student gain from studying here in our college?
Okay, so being a professor of management in school, all our systems. When I say all our system, I mean the Indian system. We follow a lot of things. What Harvard has been doing, be it the case study, pedagogy of teaching students. All right, but when it comes to Birla, okay, cases of course are a big part of our teaching. But apart from this, we try to get a balance of industry people who come and train our students on whatever is happening. Okay. Apart from this, we try to do a lot of activities which will involve students in a way that they get very corporate ready. So there are programs like personality development and corporate readiness. We have group interviews, group discussions where corporate people come in and ask our students. So we get them very corporate ready. So any inbound student who is a part of the university get to feel the work of the corporate world. And it's just not limited to business school. This is true with law, with commerce, with communication, and every department of our institution.
That's great.
That was really nice question, Ayush. So is there any suggestion you would like to give to the current youth and aspiring students?
Okay, I think all the classes that students do, I think they should be fully observant whatever the teacher is trying to suggest learning. Second suggestion that I would like to give, which I always give myself because I feel I'm a student for life, is that to keep upgrading yourself over years. So once you complete your masters or when you complete your bachelors, it just doesn't end there. The moment you go to corporate, you have to be very well versed whatever is happening in the industry. So in our times, marketing and advertising, there are two separate industries altogether or two separate departments altogether. Right? But now I see most of our marketing students, okay, so they are responsible for a full region. They need to understand how traditional marketing works, how digital media works, at the same time take care of the sales of that region. So it becomes very imperative that students realize that it's just not to a particular domain. First, it's very cross-functional, and second, you have to keep on upgrading themselves year on year. The faster you upgrade yourself, you will be the first in the race. Otherwise, you will be left behind. So it's very, very important. Upgrade your skills. Keep learning, relearning.
So that's a really nice suggestion, and I'd love to take up on that. And I think that after this placement or something, when I'm incorporated, my learning doesn't stop.
Yes.
It's the start.
It's the start.
Yes.
In fact, true.
Thank you for the suggestion.
What are the most important and interesting facts that people must know about Birla Group?
A lot. So should I discuss the cake or the pie?
So, five.
The pie. This year, the placement has been the highlights for Birla Global University. I think in East, we are one of the best who have placed the students abroad. Okay, with a salary packages of over 22 lakhs. Okay, and the average hovering around 8.5. There are more pies to it. We are again one of those institutes, as I've been discussing through and through, which has a lot of corporate connect with the students. And for the cake, you have to be in VGU to understand the work that goes on here. Okay, so this is Rock Garden, and we have lovely memories to this place. Okay? So there's a tuck shop there, and we have lovely memories over there also. To discuss the cake, you have to be a part of it and feel the culture of it.
So, and then we have heard that there are boundaries, like when we generally talk to our professors, it's like we feel a little skeptical that we should share this or we think before we speak. So, I would like to ask you that how do you tend to establish a healthy relationship and environment in your college with the students?
I feel every professor has a unique way of nurturing students. So, if I've heard Chanakya suggesting that when you're making pottery, at the formative stage, you need to hold the students very, very strong. So, I appreciate those professors who are strict at certain level. But when it comes to my marketing classes, I make sure that students get to discuss every brand that comes to your mind. So, if I become very strict in my marketing classes, my discussion will be limited to Dettol, Lifebuoy. It will not be going far on personal hygiene brands. So I make sure that I have a friendly vibe with the students when I'm discussing. But as a whole, if you ask me how I am as a teacher, I am friendly in the class, but super strict outside.
I've been through your sessions and it is really fun. We have always been with you, we always communicate, and we always have a different kind of bonding in classes. It's very serious. The sir has given us this task, we should do it. And when we talk to you outside the classroom, it's a very friendly thing which we find.
That's what you will feel with most of the professors with Birla Global University.
Yes, sir. It was a great session with you, sir.